Welcome to Cargo Insights TV. My name is Shreyansh Kohli, and we are here today at South Asia's largest exhibition, IICS 2025. Today, we are shooting an exclusive mini podcast series by the name of Minds Behind the Movement. Today, we have with us Steffani, who's head of global pharmaceutical products for Delta Air Cargo. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Can we get started?
Yes, sure.
All right. So, my first question to you is, did you get into this industry by chance or by choice?
I think both, right? I think everything we do is a choice, right? But I'm originally from Brazil, and where I come from, I had so many opportunities to work with international transportation. And of course, as a young professional female, I was trying to make my way up in my career. And I decided to take all these opportunities. And as you learn more and more about logistics and air freight, sea freight, I think you become like a specialist and passionate about this subject. And it's very difficult to change after you start. But I'm very happy about the decisions that I made and the route that my career had developed.
All right. As part of a job, being in pharma, handling pharma cargo, it is very, very critical. So, what is it that drives you on a daily basis?
Yeah, so part of the job, of course, we are transporting like life-saving medication, and it's always a great feeling that we can provide this worldwide and using our network to make this happen. And I think on a day-to-day basis, sometimes we forget that we have this mission, right? And sometimes like a pallet or a box doesn't give you the visibility to understand how we're impacting lives these days. But I think COVID made that clear, right? When we had all these disruptions in transportation. And I think that put a light on the work that we do every day. And I think it's very motivational that we can wake up every day and do something that has such a beautiful meaning, and it's so important, right? So I think it's a privilege to do what I can do in the work that I do. So I think it's very rewarding, to work every day, wake up and to do the job that I do.
Okay. What is your stance when it comes to the US tariffs, and how do you think has it impacted your day-to-day life?
Yeah, so I think, of course, we have changes in politics, and this will happen every 4 years. And I think there was a natural expectation that you have when you have the change for that administration that we currently have. We already expected this, and specifically about pharma, the result of the tariffs has been very positive for Delta, because since customers are trying to avoid the tariff impact, a lot of express products become the very first priority for transportation. So all these customers were trying to move their shipments as quick as possible before the tariffs initiated. And a lot of these products needed to move air freight so they can make as fast as possible before the tariffs are being implemented. So that kept us very busy, right? And then we expect this to slow down in 2026 because the tariffs didn't work as it planned. But we are prepared to handle any of these changes. I think we had a very strong operations team that are ready to absorb all these changes. So on that aspect, it's been very positive for us. But of course, in many other segments, when you look at consumer goods and inflation, this has been difficult, right? But specifically about the pharmaceuticals, that's the point of view, and these are the things that we are seeing out there.
Okay, that's great. So let's talk a little bit about technology.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the rise of digitization in logistics, especially here in the Indian market, and the rise of AI in general throughout the world, what do you think about this, and do you use AI for day-to-day work?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think it took us almost a year to allow to be used AI internally.
1 year.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
It can be a delicate one to put out there.
I guess every company has a policy when it comes to sharing of data, right? But is the adoption of AI in logistics in the Western world common, or is it something you're working towards?
I think that's something that will naturally happen, and I know the airports, especially in Atlanta, are already using this, helping luggages make their connections as fast as possible.
Okay.
So I think not only airports, but everyone will try to explore AI and use this at the best way possible. It's happening quite fast. As I see, I think everyone is learning and taking advantage of the benefits that AI can bring. And I'm sure that like at cargo and transportation, we also start seeing the benefits very soon.
Okay. So when we talk about leadership, right, how do you take decisions? Because I'm sure given in this industry, you have to put out fires on a daily basis, right? So how do you take decisions? Do you rely on data or do you follow your instinct?
So I think data is very important, and I think it depends on our leadership style. But I like to take control risk of my decisions. So data is very good to base your decisions. I don't think it's everything, right? There is always, of course, your beliefs, your thoughts, and the human aspects of decisions. I like to use a balance, right? Of course, like major decisions and smaller decisions, but I tend to be more conservative on the risks I'm taking, and data is always good, right? When you can have insight and make sure you're taking the best decision possible.
So leveraging data and minimizing the risk is something you practice on a daily basis.
Yes.
All right. So how do you deal with failure? Because I'm sure in your entire career, I'm sure you've faced some setbacks. Even though it's been a pretty successful one, but I'm sure there have been some setbacks. So how do you deal with that?
I like to have this, let's say, kind approach when I look at failure, because failure is always teaching you something, right? I don't think we know everything. We will never know everything. So I think failure gives you a chance to learn something new, and we need to be kind with ourselves because we're gonna fail every day, multiple times, right? So every time I don't make something that was very good, that I'd like to be better, I like to be kind with myself, because I think if you feel bad about like not making something good, you're gonna waste so much of this like good energy that you have. Like you're gonna put yourself in a place that's not good for you, right? So I like to use my energy like to bring myself like this perspective that I'm a human being. I'm not doing great today, but tomorrow I'll do much better, right? So I accept my failures with a lot of kindness and respect to myself. I'm still like very young and like a female learning so much and try to advance in my life. So I tend to take it easy and learn from my mistakes.
Have you always been like that, or is it something you've learned over time?
No, I think when I was young, and of course I was trying to do so much at the same time, like to do college, to work, like be present for my family, for my friends. I was very rigid on that aspect, and I don't think it was a bad thing because I was very young, and of course you have more time, you have more energy, you have different opportunities. So that never stopped me, but that made me very ambitious, right? And I think that keep me moving very fast and very forward in my life. But I think we get to this point that like we need to settle down and really like embrace who we are and accept, right? I think that's the best way to do it.
You know, people say that logistics is a male-dominated industry throughout the world. And you're a female and you're at a very prominent position in this industry. So has the entire journey been challenging for you?
It's not that the journey has been difficult. I think that as much as I try to plan my journey and the course of my life, as much I get surprised, which I think is good, right? I never imagined myself moving overseas in such young age, and like the way I planned my college and my career was like to be born and stay in my city, like born and raised in my hometown. And of course, life was surprising me. And I think you need to like to be open-minded for this, right? As you see like things happen in front of you, you always have two decisions, right? Take it or not. And I was like taking and making decisions, right? Not easy, because as you make your decisions, you need to own them. They come with good consequences, they come with bad, right? So you need to own your decisions, and I think that's something that I learned at a very young age, right? make the decision, stick to it, and continue moving forward. Because like if you wanted to take a step back, it's a lot of time and energy that you spend to do that movement. So if you decide, just move forward.
All right. Well, that's great. Now let us move on to the next segment of this podcast. We will do a rapid fire round. I'll ask you 5 questions.
All right.
And you just need to keep your answers really concise. You'll only have 5 seconds to answer. All right. Let's get started with the rapid fire. Are you ready?
I am ready.
What is a habit that you've developed over time?
Wake up very early.
Waking up early. Okay. One skill that you believe is worth mastering early.
I think to be flexible.
To be flexible. Okay. Do you prefer speed or stability?
Speed.
Speed. Okay. First question you ask yourself before making a decision.
Last life.
Yeah.
First question I ask myself when I'm making a decision: what is the cost of this decision?
What is the cost of this decision?
What is this costing me? Is costing my health? Is costing my time? Like what exactly is the cost and what is the benefit I'll take from it?
Okay. What is that one routine you would never skip?
What is what?
Routine you'd never skip.
A routine that I never skip: drinking water.
Drinking water. Okay.
I woke up very early and first thing that I do in the morning is to drink water.
All right. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for your time.
That
Do you
was
have
fun. I like
any,
it.
Message for the audience?
So I think my message for the audience is that if you're like looking for logistics career, it's something that will definitely like help you to build skills to many other careers you can possibly envision. I think you don't have let's say the same day to day. It's something very dynamic that you'll be always challenged with something new, and of course you have opportunities to learn something new every day. You're dealing with like challenges with trades, and I don't think anything comes easy in our road, so we gotta embrace like the tough times and understand that this is your day to day. And I think that's very helpful if you have this kind of acceptance that this is part of the business and you need to learn how to deal with this very early.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
All right, this was fun.
You liked it?
I like it, was very fun.